Hi, how are you? Just pop it on real quick. Hello, everyone. We're going to give it a little bit and let some people come in. Well, we have been through a wave. We've been through a wave. Oh, my goodness. It's an exciting time, I'm telling you. Thank you. Treat yourself. Thank you. Same to you. Sending prosperity and love. How have you guys been doing? Especially through all this energy that's been coming. That has came and went, I should say. Coming. It came and went. But it's still going on, though. It's still going on. Still going on. Give everybody a little bit to come on in. Oh, I miss you guys so much. A lot been going on, a lot of transition. So haven't been on as much as I would like, but it is as much as Source has allowed because of what we're living through and what we're transitioning through right now. Make sure you all can hear me. Give me a 13 if you can hear me. Make sure my background's not too loud. As a matter of fact, I have a fan on. I'm going to go turn that off. I'll be right back, y'all. Man. Hey, family, I'm back. Sorry about that. I'm hatching some baby chicks right now, so it's a lot going on. A lot going on. But man, thanks for the 13, Bobby. Man, I missed all of y'all. Hey, the music ain't my background ain't too loud, is it? Because I had to turn the fan off and go make sure some stuff. Let me turn this down. Seems like it's too loud for me anyway. But yo, how is everyone? What a time to be alive. I'm telling you, this has been nothing but monumental. We will never be the same. We will always be able to come back to this point in time in our consciousness and know that we live through one of the greatest shifts in this story of humanity. Like, there are so many here that are now conscious. I don't say awake, right? I used to say awake, but I understand that awake can symbolize death also, right? But there are so many here now that are conscious, because what we called being alive is actually consciousness. So to say a being has consciousness is to know that it is truly living. This is why we fight for our sovereignty, or I should say, why we fought for our sovereignty. We fought for our independence. We fought for our truth. Now that you have fought for your consciousness, you have claimed yourself, you have shown the universe that you are strong within. And now that you have shown that, you're going to show that outwardly, because you're stepping into that new timeline, that timeline you've been creating, that timeline you've been striving for. It's coming into fruition. It's coming into being because you did the work. You fought the good fight of faith. And that faith was in you and in what you could achieve and what you can do. Beautiful time to be alive, like I said, y'all. And now Source is asking us to come into unity. Source is pushing us to have courage. Source is knowing that we got to start collaborating. And this energy is pushing all of us into oneness. I don't know how y'all did through the eclipse. Y'all can drop it in the comments. Let me know. I don't know how y'all did through the eclipse, but there was so much in that eclipse that wasn't right. And so much that literally transpired that I don't even think we could really truly understand how much transition we had, because that was a huge ending and beginning. The timeline of waking up that occurred. Now we are in the timeline of consciousness. Like, you are the being within that temple. You are existing in that temple. You have claimed it. You have named it. You are locked to it with the chain of DNA. We're all hitting this point now where our highest timeline is becoming real. The best version of ourselves that we've been looking for, we've been fighting for. We've been getting rid of all that stuff that don't serve us because we have been activating this highest version of self. You know, the one where we are in union with the higher self. We are walking and talking as the higher self. That version of us, that best version, that timeline is here now. And amongst all of this chaos, amongst everything going on. No, Samantha, man, absolutely. Absolutely. North Node is on fire. That is exactly what I'm talking about. Right there. And yeah, because we it wasn't just a activation of our north nodes. It was a complete healing, stopping of the harvesting and draining of our DNA lineage, of our ancestors. All that work we've been doing, it was a complete halt to it. We won ourselves back. We won the completion, the union within. And that union was between you and the parts you lost, that you had to re-emerge back into. You had to become whole with yourself again. We're multidimensional beings. We're living on this plane of existence, and we are strewn across many multidimensional planes, and we're existing in those planes all at the same time. This reality is crazy. But if you are hearing this right now, you won your soul back. You are coming into union with the complete and most highest version of self. To be able to access this level of consciousness that we are going to, you got to understand that you have done a tremendous amount of work. This is what to be chosen really truly means. We went through the apocalypse. The world already flooded. There was already a mud flood. It already happened. There was already a one world government. It already happened. They trying to recreate what already happened because they're trying to keep the loop going, which is why they had to keep CERN or fire CERN up, because they are concerned, right? They're a bunch of Karens carrying. Because see, there's no more polar caps. The ice is melted. The ring is gone. This is why we're getting reversals now, polar reversals. Water is flowing backwards now. Just go in and search it, research it. Look at what's happening in this realm now. Because the center of this realm were where I tell you guys, the black rock, right? I don't go into that. I can just go into a thousand. I can go 1,000 different ways with that, but just understand that Antarctica is not what they tell you, and it don't look the way that they've shown you that it looks. See, all of the activations are coming from the center rock. It is symbolic of our pineal glands. And as that center rock, as it vibrates, so do we. It's almost like the movie, oh gosh, what's the name of that movie? Avatar, where they all go to the center tree and they all connected with their hair, right? To the center. And they all vibed and flowed in one vibration, like a heartbeat. We call it the Schumann resonance now. But see, we all beating as one because we've come into union within. We've won our souls. We've claimed ourselves to be alive, to be conscious, to be here, to be now. It's the I in you. I wrote a song. I'm gonna have to start getting this stuff out, man. I know I am. I know, universe. I know. I hear you. I hear you, ancestors. It's the I and I in me you see. It's the union within that you see. This song that I wrote, it goes like this. It's the I and I in me. It's the I and I in me. It's the I and I in me you see. Oh, it's the I and I in me. It's the I and I in me. It's the I and I in me you see. See, it's that I within you that allows you to be the I am that others visually and physically get to partake in. You are the conscious being within the temple. See, we sometimes forget it's as above, so below. And as it is within us, so goes it outside of us. You are a rarity. You are a jewel, a Jew. Oh, it's so amazing. I just love this because I get to remember my past lives and everything, and I remember how a lot of us wrote a lot of these books that are being revealed in these last days. A lot of us are the characters in those stories, but we were sleeping. We forgot who we were. This is why the cry, the call of the universe was to wake up and remember who you are and why you are. But some of you are the characters in the stories that you read. Sit with that for a minute. Let that activate. Let that activate your soul. Because this soul cycle promises abundance for you. Because now you're in wholeness, you're in union. See, if you think this wasn't a game for your soul, then you were blinded. They did a good job. They did a very, very, very good job of blinding you. And that is the controllers of society. They did a very good job of blinding you to who you were and what you possessed, because you are the possession. See, this is why they call land sale. When you sell land, they call it what? Real estate, because there's only one real estate, the estate of this land. And it's your estate. And they really sell it because it's realty, or is it reality? Because it's spelled the same way, no? Because if you're not conscious to the fact that you have put up your soul energy to be here now and be conscious. That's why it was all a game to win it back and to understand that you have to know how to play the game of life to exit the matrix. And you're doing it. You've done it. What am I talking about? You've done it. We done it. You can live your best life yet because you lived numerous of them and you're living them continuously. But you are the point of consciousness. You are the point of consciousness. You are the point where all of these timelines come together as one into union. The divine masculine and that divine feminine. That energy of seed bearer and birther. This is why there was such a huge war against your feminine consciousness, especially us as melanated men, as beings, been attacked, and we all have. Like, this ain't just one group. This is all. But the prison has melted, and now it's time for the exit of us, or the exodus, right? Right, Bobby. Sorry, y'all. I ain't keeping up with the comments too much, but let me pull this up. Yeah. No, yeah. Bobby says, I definitely felt that. Where ancient fear, man, that is it. Same characters. You're doing what you did before. It's a record or a recording. See, you're constantly a record of what you're recording. That's why you get stuck in the loop. And you reincarnate instead of incarnating. You reincarnate. In other words, you're incarnating on the same purpose or the same loop to achieve something that you believe you did not achieve the first time through. So you've been recording yourself like a cord, and it's been wrapped around your soul, and your soul was being harvested. But you fought back. Just Brianna, exactly. Congratulations. Because I promise you, if you're hearing this, you did it. You were chosen. You were chosen. It should give you chill bumps that your consciousness, that your form, your being, your presence is being exonified by the universe. Wow, what a ding on top of that. Confirmation. But it's the exit of us, because we have exited that mental prison. Now it's time for us to exit out of these physical circumstances, these physical limitations. The universe has opened her arms, because like attracts like. You on a universal frequency now. They can keep their frequency fence that they got around this realm, around the firmament. They can keep it, because it ain't gonna bother you. It ain't gonna bother you. That's why it says in the word, it says in that I can't think of the particular verse, but no hurt, harm, or danger will come to those who know the Most High. When you know the most highest frequencies and vibrations, you exist in it, you live in it, and you become it. Because you no longer live now. You're no longer the living dead. You are now the walking conscious being known as you. That's why universe is expressed as that. Because it's the you in I, and the I in you. Makes it the we, or the womb, or the W. Y'all get what I'm saying. But the Antarctic is melted. The wave of frequencies has already been distributed. And those who have been able to receive are receiving. And you're going to continually receive. Like even when they was talking about, during the clips, they was talking about the devil's coming, right? And I kept hearing this song, give the devil his due, give the devil his due. Give that lived energy its due. Give it back what it requires. Stop holding on to this old stuff that no longer serve you, no longer serve your elevation or your ascension. If it do not serve your ascension, if it do not serve your frequency in raising, let it go. It can't help you. It's going to hold you down like a weight in water. Because now that center is activated, or you are activated the same way as as this realm is being activated. See, if you know the way that the dimensionality work, the first dimension, the second dimension, right? You see in the second dimension. This is why there's so many things going on around us that we never really get to observe, because the eyes can deceive you. But you see in the second dimension with a hint of three dimensionality every now and then. And as you awaken the pineal gland, it starts to allow you to see in these other dimensions. It allows you to bring in those greater parts of yourself. Just amazing time to be alive, y'all. As you can see, I'm excited because now it's time for us to rise back to our positions. We are the councils that are back on earth. We are the ones we've been waiting on. We've talked about this a lot. But now, like I said before, the universe is pushing us now to come into union, to have courage, to start to collaborate, to plan together, and stop falling for the distractions. Do you not know that we are the ones that give them the power to continue their distractions? Because we pay attention to them. Because we exist in them. We do that by choice. It is now time for us to start collaborating and building our communities. We have depended on the power structure way too long. It's time to make peace with the power structure and do what you got to do and become sovereign, because you have become a sovereign soul. And the harvest is yet taking place. So this is why we got to start finding community. We got to start physically coming together, physically start making collaborations to buy and build, to love each other, to adore each other, to take care of each other. It's like when I saw where we were going in the next, 15, 20 years, by 2030, we better have our stuff together. We better be prepared and ready. Because, see, if someone is giving you something or is supplying you with your needs, with your necessities, and they decide to take it away, then you're subject to their whim and their will. But to be sovereign, to be an individual, it wouldn't matter. You'll be prepared for it. And that's where we are being shown to go now, is to prepare. And we're going to be given everything we need to do it. It's not going to be a matter of do we have. It's going to be a matter of did we plan? Did we really sit down and articulate? And your intuition is going to tell you what to do. You just got to be, this is the time. This is the time of the intuition. This is why you were chosen. That's why that molecular structure within you has been activated. This is why your solar body has come into this physical body. That lunar eclipse we had on the 25th, that whole portal of time, we were receiving back our solar bodies. They were being integrated into these physical structures because we are meant to shine like light, like hue men. Hue, colors, spectrums of light. That solar energy was meant to sparkle and shine. This is why a lot of us shine in the sun. When we out there, we just sparkle. But as these modalities come back online, as the biostructure of these temples, as they start to realign, as the frequencies raise, and we get back more activation of quote unquote junk DNA, which ain't nothing within you junk. It was just deactivated by a certain man. Y'all know what I'm talking about. When you're baby and they make sure you get bee stings, right? They got to shed off certain neurotransmitters. They have to shed off certain codes, or you'll probably be levitating right now. Real talk. If a lot of us hadn't got bee stings when we were physically born to this world, I'm telling you, some of y'all might be teleporting and able to see through walls and stuff. Because the only thing that limits your activation is the environment. The physical activation, I should say. The only thing that could limit your physical activation is the environment. This is why they try to keep the prison walls up. The Antarctic Treaty. Antarctic Treaty. The treaty that they made to keep you within these walls. I wasn't even going to go there, but you know what? That's where it's going right now. Because as they're trying to crack the firmament with their rockets, with their sound rockets, as they firing up CERN to open up and tear dimensional or put the dimensional tears in the fabrics of time and space, which is real. They're doing this on your real estate. This is why the judgment comes. Because what are you doing with your real estate? This belongs to you. It is your birthright. It is your birthright. Because most people don't even understand that they live in Middle Earth. You live in between two realms. And there is access to a higher realm from this realm. Just like there's access to the lower realm through the center hole. But this is your real estate. This is your land. And now that the walls are frozen, are unfrozen, those ice walls that were there limiting us, it's over. It's thawed out. That's why you see water rising, and they're using directed energy weapons to start fires, earthquakes, windstorms. Because you're here, represented in this temple. You are powerful. and they're scared because the transition, the shift has happened. And as many step into their places, as they step into their roles in humanity, it'll speed up. See, it's the exit of us. This soul cycle is promising us abundance. This next soul cycle, this next one soul cycle has ended. See, we're evolving. We're evolving out. We go through these loops, these cycles to evolve out. And eventually, we're out. And we have created a major loop. And now we're headed out. We're ascending out. There's a group of souls that are ascending out of here. They're gone. They put themselves back together like a puzzle piece. This is the year of the dragon, right? And I was born in the year of dragon, so I love this year, this energy that's been coming through. At first, it knocked me out. It was real. Like my body was going through some serious changes, and the frequencies were so high. I mean, oof, it was a lot. But when we realize the gravity of what we're actually doing, just being here, being conscious in this timeline, when you understand who you are and what you're doing, it will allow you to accept all of the good, the bad, the ugly. It allows you to integrate it all because you realize how important you are. You see what you realize. But like I said, the universe right now is pushing us to come into unity, to come in, to have that courage, to raise your hand and say, I'm sovereign, me. I can be counted because I am fully and truly conscious. I'm not an NPC. I'm not a bot. I don't just march by their drumbeat. See, it's the exit of us. It's the exit of us from this matrix. For some of us, it's going to be the exit of us from this land, from the lands we live in. See, that's what this eclipse symbolized. The walls came tumbling down, right? The walls of Jericho. The eclipse of Jonah. I mean, think about all of the symbology in that. See, this eclipse that happened, and they had their solar simulator out. I will say that they had their solar simulator out. I got pictures of it and everything, trying to redirect energy. But see, they couldn't redirect that blue crystal light that a lot of y'all saw. They hit a lot of pineal glands. It was crystal blue. And it activated a Christos gene within you, which is why they was trying to give everybody bee stings to shut down your messenger gene. Because the gene, that messenger gene within you, the rDNA, it's a messenger gene. It delivers the message. It's the Christ. This is why it's said that I live within you. This is why it's said that God lives in a temple not made with hands, but the temple that's made in darkness. Know ye not that you are gods and goddesses? Man, this energy is so deep. Got to ground and process this, huh? But as they trying to crack this firmament, they're trying to crack your mental. They're trying to crack your firm mental standing. Keep having faith in yourself. Faith without works is dead. Do you hear me? I'm going to say that again. Faith without the work is a dead faith. So in other words, there has to be something that comes to challenge your belief in self. And when it does, have faith in you, in what you have said you were going to accomplish, and what you said you were going to do, and who you said you were going to be, because you're writing a story now. You're on a stage for the world to see. And you're living off of a script until you become conscious. And then you say, this script ain't for me no more. I don't want to be typecast no more. I don't want to be in this role no more. And you rise to the occasion. And you become the captain of your ship or your shift. The full total completion North Node activations we've all been going through. To speak to that, Bobby, these North Node activations we've been going through, it's because of Chiron, the wounded healer. It was in that eclipse. That was one of the eclipsers. Like, I'm not going to go into that because that's a whole totally different thing, because like I said, their solar simulator was out and they were doing some janky stuff. But there was an actual conjunction. They did an ellipse because they can't reach our level. We went through an eclipse. We went through a severing, through a cutting off. They went through an ellipse, which is a projection and a turnaround. Where we got cut off from the old to live the new, to be the new. They ellipsed or went right back into another loop. And now we are on a trajectory, and we're leading humanity into this new being, this new existence. You'll never be the same again. And they can't take it away from you. It's you that is the value. It is you. It is your ideas. It is your value that you view in self. That is your anchor into this existence. That is your anchor into your beingness. Because when others see you, it allows them to shine their light. Therefore, you are required to be the light bearer. So they call you Lucifer, because you're bearing your light. But see, this activation that we went through with Chiron healing, we became the snake bearers. See, the 13th frequency came into being. It's called the purple rain. Prince sung about that. Purple rain. We're in the purple rain now. The ones who were able to bear their snake. In other words, the ones who are able to bear the energy of their kundalini and not lose their mind, their life force energy. They're able to access it and use it to advance humanity. We are the ones who are bearing the snake. The 13th, the Mem, the waters. That's why the waters are being activated. And we've been seeing the waters activated for a while. Because it's been about home. It's been about that Cancer energy. That's what it's been about. Us coming home to self. And the North Node activations are allowing us to now truly live those timelines out. Whatever that looks like, it looks different for multiple people because it's your story. You're on stage. And there's a lot of characters that are coming in and out of your life. But the transition is happening. Don't be scared to let that all go. I don't know what it looked like for y'all. I know for me, it's looking, man, it's crazy. It's crazy. Like, it's so much stuff starting and stopping. I have stopped. I have stopped trying to direct it. Now I just go, okay. All right, universe. All right, ancestors. Because now we are writing the story. You are creating it now. I'm telling you. Like, when you understand that some of us are meant to observe. Some of us are here, we're just meant to observe. And we are repairing and retreat and pulling back our soul energy and healing, and that's cool. And then some of us are revolutionaries. We're here to revolutionize. We're here to actually put boots on the ground and go do things that physically wake people up. And now you're seeing what it's for. Because it was about you. And it ain't even in a narcissistic way. It's like, nah, you've done the shadow work. You did it. Awesome time, man, I'll tell you. But we now have access to the other lands. We now are able to walk in certain directions and go into the other lands. And those ones who were able to access and process that light, that activation, that blue. I don't know if y'all said, I'll post some pictures after this. I'll post some of the pictures I got. But it was like a blue crystal light before they pull out their solar simulator that was just gleaming and glaring. That hit your eyes, hit your body, and started a process within you that gives you the frequency to be able to access the other lands. It is the exit of us. So you got to be able to pass through these frequency barriers, which they can't do, which is why they keep trying to crack the firmament and, blow up bombs and all this stuff, use all kind of sound weaponry and frequency technology, because they can't access those realms. And the jealousy comes in because you are naturally gaining this ability as you live by your intuition to not change your genetic code and get jabs and things like that. You are surviving it, which is going to allow you to transition into the other lands. It's amazing. I was able to see it, y'all. I ain't gonna even hold you. I was able to see it. Like when we transition out, it's a total exodus. It really is. And some people are going to be tied to this land. They're going to be like, no, I can't leave it because they haven't done the work. They haven't finished out their work. And that's what it is. Okay, cool. But then there are some of us that are meant to transition from this land. And we're going to transition into the new lands, back into the ancestral lands. is what they're called. And this is the lands that where we came from. It's where our statues are at. This is what they hide. But see, there's a full exodus coming. And we are being prepared for it genetically. That's the beautiful thing about it. Because you can't even lie in front about it. It's happening within you. And people can say, oh, I'm the chosen and I'm this, that, and the third. Look, your genetic structure is going to tell. You're going to start feeling more energy. You're going to start feeling better. I'm telling you, listen to your intuition. If your intuition is telling you eat nothing but potatoes or something for a year, I don't know, I'm being silly, but you get my point. Man, listen, because whatever your body needs to transition, to be able to hold the higher frequencies, to hold its genetic codes, you need to do. You can't get locked into the food matrix. Because I'm telling you, y'all, we're going to be transitioning, and it's going to be based on our choices. It's going to be based on our choices. Do you choose the higher timeline, or do you live by your desire? See, that's the snake bearer. That's those bearing the snake. It's bearing our lust. It's bearing our life force. It's bearing our desire. And we're consciously holding this energy, knowing what it is. This is where we get into talking about when we're being abstinent, when we're holding our life force, when we as men, we're not releasing this semen. We're not releasing that semen energy, which is draining our life force energy. Because that's a soul trap. That's a soul trap. So it's a lot to this game. You got to know how to play it. This is why they hide information. But anyway, as above, so below. We're free. We have gotten out of their energy matrix, their harvesting cycles. We've gotten out of it. So now it's time for us to start building community. It's time for us to start coming together. And you're going to see it. You're going to see it. You'll feel led. You'll feel called. You ain't going to have to force it. But start making your plans, man. I'm telling y'all. It's coming. It's coming. This whole energetic shift is a precursor to the physical shift. So if we went through all of this shifting above in the celestials, how much more do you think we're going to shift here on the earth? As above, so below. And think about this. There is a dimension below us. As above, so below. So as it goes with us, it goes with them. This is why that dimension is constantly trying to get into this dimension to affect you. This is why we need to start having these conversations. We need to start these councils again on earth that are about humanity, and start shutting down these diabolical entities that are allowed to exist in our lands. We allow them to exist because we do. No other reason. No other reason. Because once humanity comes together and says we're done, it's over, this is our land, it's over. But the celestial councils are coming back into union on earth. The channeling that some of our soul groups were having to do to get messages across, that won't be happening. Because there'll be a direct connection with their higher selves that allow them to access this, and they'll sit in these seats of community where we build, where we nurture, where we take care of each other. So yeah, they got the microwave on us, man. They the hate is real. The hate is real. They hate you. I ain't gonna even hold you. They hate you. So therefore, they're going to throw poisonous food out there. They're going to throw everything out there to try to deceive you. But everything you need has been provided. See, everything happens for a reason. You just don't know the reason every time, but it happened for a reason. And then later on, we usually always go, "Oh, I see it now." So as this is happening, realize that you're closer than you think to the goals that you have set for yourself. You are becoming one with the higher self, fully integrating it. This soul cycle is bringing abundance. I keep saying it because I'm telling you, we have crossed over. We have shifted. And now the exit of us is becoming a reality. And we the ones we've been waiting on, right? We the ones we've been waiting on. But anyway, that's all about all I got for y'all, man. It's just I wanted to jump on real quick, and it's like as all of this energy is coming in and we're uniting it, we're becoming that change we want to see, and the unities are becoming the unions. I said unities. Oh my God, my bad, y'all. The unions are becoming one. The unions, whether it's twin flame unions, whether it's just partnerships, everything is coming into union now. And for those who have done the work, you are going to see, and you probably already are seeing the change. All this starting and stopping. Bam, 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 bam. Stay locked in mentally because you are the magician. You are the creator. You are that magician. You are that creator. Man, y'all are welcome. Hey, thank you. Thank you, B. I appreciate it. Microwave. Man. But let me see. Let me read this real quick. Star. I went on a recourse, not even knowing I was doing it, to gain crucial knowledge in order for me to be more whole myself, but others around me. Yeah. And have a better. I'm telling you, it's like we're right back now where we started. I mean, it sounds crazy. It sounds crazy, but we're right back where we started. But now we are the directors. We're no longer just the actors, right? We're no longer just being led by our ambitions or our desires, because now we bear that. We got that 13th, that what is it called? I don't know why I just lost it, but I was trying to. It's called the archetype. Archetype. We have access to the 13th archetype again. So I'm trying to throw some guards. Let me see. Yeah, got the fool. See, got that fool card right there. The beginning. Right now, this is what the collective. Right now, this collective energy. We're beginning. And so as we now are in this new frequency, this new harmony, this new frequency, it's recoding us, it's reharmonizing us. It's bringing us to that new beginning that I just talked about. This is a confirmation. And the beautiful music that's being played is you. I'm even hearing your organs or reharmonizing. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Your organs, they vibrate at a specific frequency. And right now, that reharmonizing is taking place. Those frequencies are penetrating you. It's taking place. Oh, what was that popped out? There it is. That Page of Cups. See, you're learning to now see your value and hold you as that cup, shining bright, standing on the shore. You've come ashore now. You've gotten out of the sea, out of that water that was just whipping forth. You've gotten out of that energy. See that? You're standing on shore now with your cup, with your value. You understand now. And you were saved for this purpose, for this time, for this energy. Seeing your truth. The collective is seeing their truth. They're seeing what's valuable. That's what's happening right now. So as we go through this, what's the advice? What's advice that those who are listening to this, what advice can they give? Because see, right now, as we are finding that value, finding that cup of love to hold and to observe, it's not meant to give to others right now. So as for some of y'all, it's not meant to give to others right now. It's meant for you to take with you on your journey, on that fool's journey, on that new beginning. That's what it's meant for. So don't get lost in giving. Follow your intuition. That high priestess, the divine feminine energy coming back, that 13th. Drop the card. But that feminine energy, that intuition, that mama energy, that water, it's going to hold a different frequency, y'all. I'm telling you. Different vibrations. We're changing. We're changing. And this change that's taking place is through light codes. I'm telling you now, through light codes. There it is. See, we're in celebration. Even though the world's in chaos, it's going through its breakdown. It's going through its breakdown so that you could come in and build it up. You're celebrating while the world is going through chaos. But see, you're meant in your own special way to be the best version of you, to shine your light amongst humanity so that they can see it and you'll activate them. It's to go through the fights and go through the mental degradations. It's to go through those fights and the mental degradation. But to come out, that King of Swords, mentally strong. To come out of the fight, mentally strong. So, guys, we've done it. We here. We've won our version of the game. Now it's time to live your best life yet. And not in no, narcissistic way. I mean, in what your soul desires to do. Live that purpose. Shine that beacon. Shine that beacon. Be that Page of Swords. Shine your light, that pineal gland, that activation, confirmation that I told you about. Shine that light. Be the best version of you for others to see. Because you've been given the ability to. You've been activated in a totally different way. And you're going to really experience it. And you're going to see the world, that whirlwind that is called life. You're going to see what's going to start to happen as it spins out of control. But don't keep your eyes on that. That is the distraction. That's the distraction. But anyway, I love you guys. I'm gonna go take care of some business. Like I told y'all, I got some chicks hatching. So trying to create my own little, farm. I already been growing vegetables for a minute, but now I got some chickens going, and things like that, and selling eggs. And so, I mean, just find your value and use it, because you're going to prosper. You're going to prosper, guys. You didn't come this far to fall now. I'm going to say this again. You did not come this far to fall now, to be left alone now. You are surrounded by ancestors and beings of light that are assisting you. You just see in a different dimension than they exist. All right, y'all, I'm up out of here. I love y'all. Live in harmony and bliss. And remember, be the change you want to see. Be the change you want to see, because you're going to prosper. You're going to prosper. All right. Love you guys.